Hello and welcome back to Project Sarah. What is a Sarah? Where does it come from? And why are we wasting our time on this old SUV? We'll answer those questions at some point, but today we're going to see if we can get this thing to run.
You know, there's a lot of really nice cars in this driveway.
And then we have an even nicer potential out there.
The neighbors are going to be so happy.
Yeah, we're really bringing up the value of this neighborhood.
Z2A HQ is going through the roof.
So it's another day. We made it back with the, what is it? Sarah? It's a Sarah. We'll explain more on that later. But now it doesn't run and we have to find some way to get it off the trailer and over here into its new temporary home until we get the fuel pump, which should be here as soon as Amazon arrives, because we ordered it yesterday. It should be showing up, but it's not here.
Until we get a fuel pump or until the HOA kicks them out.
Plan is back up the car hauler maybe as straight as we can towards that garage, use the winch on the 4Runner, hook it up, winch it off until it starts to go downwards, and then just send it right in.
We have never had a problem with anything not going to plan.
No, everything always works out.
The first time.
We also have to air up the tires.
Also, the wall will stop the car in case anything horrible happens.
Yeah, worst case, we push back the closet a little bit that's on the other side of the wall.
Worst case, we delete this video and make an insurance claim.
Worst case, you never even saw this.
Worst case, what's the internet? Hello, internet. You may remember this driveway from episodes such as the Turbake Duckin', where there's still a grease spot, or the Tarvis trailer, where there's still a paint spot. Today, we're going to put a Nissan spot.
Slight problem. The Xterra 4Runner winch angle is not going to work.
Oh, can't we jack up the tongue too so it just leans backwards also?
We can jack up the tongue.
This was the original plan all along.
Oh, Alan just completed the first repair.
And it's ready to get on the road.
So, phase 1 of Operation Sarah is complete. Next phase is get it running, get it on the road, start making it more awesome. If you have any ideas for how to make this car more awesome, let us know. We'll do pretty much anything. Well,
yeah, no, we will.
He'll do pretty much anything. I'll encourage him to do pretty much anything.
These things happen. Yeah, so there's a non-running car.
Non-running car to add to the fleet. Mission accomplished.
Isn't that a step backwards?
It's a step.
Okay, steps are important.
Last we left the Sarah, we got it off the car hauler and into the garage because it does not run. So it's been sitting here ever since. We've been waiting on this fuel pump that we think is the likely culprit. But before we get to that, I want to do a few things. I want to check with the voltmeter to make sure the fuel pump is actually getting power. We did check the fuses, they look good, but I want to test it anyway. We also need to pump out some fuel. Whenever we tried to get this to start at the farm, we poured in some fuel and it started coming out of the fuel filler neck. So the tank is all the way full. We did confirm that with the fuel gauge. So we need to at least pump some out, because if we go to change the fuel pump and we don't drain some down, it's probably going to start coming out inside of the car. And that would be bad because we don't want to burn it down just yet. So let's get started with the voltage, see if we have power to the fuel pump. If we have power, we'll pump out some gas, and if the gas looks good and it's not actually water or something like that, then we'll try to change out the fuel pump and see if we can get this thing to start. So you can see there we get power to the fuel pump whenever the ignition's turned on to prime, so we're getting power, we're just not getting pumpage. So next here we're gonna siphon out a little bit of fuel so we don't have overflow whenever we take our fuel pump out. There's a chance that rainwater accumulated in here over the years, but I think it's pretty slim because the fuel cap was on. That means rain would have to be getting in some other way, which would be bad. Fuel pump does say full, or the fuel gauge does say full, so we know that's working. And this here is just a little universal siphon pump, and it pumps one way. So let's see if we can get some fuel out. Come on, pump. So this is really strange. We're getting no fuel out of the tank. The end of the hose isn't even wet. The gas gauge shows completely full. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take the fuel pump out and see if there's any gas in the tank. There might not be. Maybe the gas gauge is broken. We have definitely got fuel in there. It is full. I don't know why we weren't able to suck any out. I have to figure out how to get the fuel pump out of here. Well, there's the fuel sender. Tells you how much gas you got. I think we're gonna have to go ahead and pump the gas out of here because it's not really easy to work with a whole bunch of fuel in the tank. And it's probably not safe either. So I may have just found our problem. It looks like this is the fuel sending line, and as you can see, it's in pieces. I did not break this when I took this all apart. It was in pieces sitting in the tank. So even if the fuel pump was pumping, it wasn't pumping anything. It was just circulating inside itself. So we need a new fuel pickup line at least. Probably go ahead and replace the fuel pump since we're in there anyway. And maybe it'll work. So now we have access to the fuel pump down in there. Gotta figure out how to get that guy out. Looks like it might just unclip. And there we have a fuel pump. A really gassy fuel pump. So here we've got our old fuel pump, and this is the broken, missing line that I think is actually our culprit and was causing the car to not start. I cannot find this just as one piece anywhere. However, the new fuel pump came with a little piece of fuel line to attach it to, I'm assuming, the end of this thing. So instead, I have some fuel line left over from completely rebuilding the fuel system on the 55. So I'm thinking we just take this, bypass this, and that will be our fuel to the car. And hopefully that will work. So next up, we're gonna replace old fuel pump with a new fuel pump, run our fuel line, put everything back together, see if it starts. All right, so now we've got all of our old fuel pump fittings, wires, pickup, fitted to our new fuel pump. We got our new fuel line on there, so now we can go put it in, see if it works. Turns out there's actually a clip on the back of this whole fuel pump assembly, and if you pull it while it's in there, you can just lift the whole thing right out. I was having trouble getting the screen here underneath the clamp, but with the whole thing out, you can put it together and slide it right back in. All right, everything is back together. Let's see what we get. Still don't hear anything priming. We'll see though. Ooh, that's progress. We've got a live one, folks. That is a running old Xterra. Let's see what we got here. We got an ABS light, a gas light, seatbelt fine, doors fine. Ooh, crap, we don't have any windshield washer fluid. Service engine soon. Well, those are things to work through, but at least we're running. So it turns out, if your car isn't starting, maybe fuel pump, maybe cracked fuel line in the fuel tank, which is a little ridiculous, but I guess it happens. So now we have a running, probably driving Cerretera. Should we drive it? I think we should at least drive it a little bit backwards and forwards, make sure it moves. So that's confirmed. moves under its own power. So this means next time we'll be able to get it over there, get on the lift, take a deeper look at what all is wrong with this, and then probably discuss what we're going to do with it. See you next time.
One-eyed Ceratera.
Ooh, the one-eyed Ceratera. Sarah's a leaky girl. You know, we don't have to fix the headlight. We can just put an eye patch on it.
Arr, Pirate Ceratera.